Okay, so I kinda lied in the title, but don't click off. There's a good explanation, okay? So I recently watched the FNaF2 movie. I know, crazy. It's been 5 months, but that's life. Life happens. But while watching the movie, I had a crazy realization. There's a possibility that the toys can be possessed by multiple spirits at once. So I welcome you to Eager Toys. Now, I'd like to say that I'm more knowledgeable with spirits than normal FNAF theorizers, which is the whole reason this theory even exists. It practically hangs off of a type of spirit that isn't just your normal ghost. But I'll get to that later. First, we have to start with what we already think. Before the FNAF 2 movie came out, there was already 2 different theories on what happened with the toys. Theory 1 is that they were possessed by parts of the MCI victims because some of their parts were taken from the Wizards. Theory 2 is that they were possessed by a different set of victims called the DCI. But what if I told you that both theories are true? And this is where Eager Toys starts. It starts with the MCI taking place in 1985, as we suspect. William kills 5 kids, leading to the original Freddy's getting shut down. 2 years later, a new Freddy's opens, having the toys as the main performers. And we suspect around night 6 or so, William comes and kills more kids, leading to the DCI and getting the new Freddy's shut down, along with the Bite of 87. But that's just an overview. How do the toys have 2 souls inside of them? Well, if we suspect that the wizards are torn apart because some of their parts are being used for the toys, then we can suspect that some of the parts that were used could have been infested with agony, remnant, whatever you want to say, and they were put into the toys, leaving a tiny bit of the MCI victims inside the toys. And then there's the DCI victims, which were just strewn around the location. They have nowhere else to go, except for the toys. And besides, there's literally a dead kid right next to the state. If that isn't proof, then I don't know what is. But what if I told you that there's more to this story? It doesn't just stop at 2 souls. No. There's 3. You're probably asking me, well, how is that possible? There's only 2 sets of victims. Well, my dear viewer, this is where we get into the realm of spirits. You see, there's multiple different kinds, from regular spirits to demons to poltergeists and everything in between. But there's one type of ghost that really catches my interest in terms of FNAF. An Igor is a type of spirit that is conformed by thoughts. It doesn't matter what type of thoughts they are, it still forms. And there was a lot of buzz about Freddy's, because just 2 years ago, there was a huge incident. And 2 years before that, there was a bite at a sister location. So couple the bite of 83 and the MCI, there was a lot of bad press about Freddy's. And there was a bunch of kids spreading playground rumors that the mascots would stuff you into a suit after hours. So we have deaths, bites, and people being stuffed into suits. That sounds a lot like what the toys do in FNAF 2. Because if we take the theory that Mangle did the Bite of 87, well, then that's a new can of worms. But if it was one of the wizards, then the theory doesn't really change much. Just food for thought. But back on track. I said that there's 3 spirits inside of the toys. A tiny bit of the MCI, the DCI, and then a weird spirit created by thoughts. And there is a real-life case of a family being haunted by a demon, and so many people creating buzz about it. There was so many exorcisms that happened at the house, and the family just kept saying that it didn't work. But after a while, it could have just become an egregore that paraded as this demon that was haunting them, because of all the thoughts surrounding the family. Now, do I think Scott was thinking about egregores back in 2015? No. Do I think this theory is true? No. But do I think that it would be interesting if it was? I think it would. It would add a lot of depth to the realm of spirits in the FNAF timeline and the whole FNAF world in general. And it would also give the toys a lot more personality than just ooh, weird AI glitch things. But that's really all I had to say for this theory. It's definitely one of the theories ever. It's probably the second worst theory besides God, David. I'm joking. But that's really all I had to say. So, yeah. That was Eager Toy. Goodbye.